Imagine being on the edge of a scientific breakthrough, something so revolutionary, it could change how we understand the entire universe. But you're working alone, your ideas are scattered in notebooks, and the world has no clue what you've discovered. That's where Isaac Newton found himself in the late 1600s. He was already a legend in the making, a mathematician, a physicist, a thinker who'd quietly solved the puzzle of planetary motion. But here's the wild part. Most of his work was just collecting dust hidden away in his Cambridge quarters. Now, let me introduce you to Edmond Halley. Yep, the guy with the comet. But Halley was much more than just a name in astronomy. He was a sharp astronomer, a curious mathematician, and, importantly, a connector of great minds. Picture this. It's 1684. Halley is deep into debates with Robert Hooke and Christopher Wren, two other big brains of the time, trying to crack one of science's biggest mysteries. What keeps planets moving in their orbits? What kind of force holds everything together? They had ideas, but none could prove them. So Halley heads up to Cambridge, probably thinking it'll be a quick chat. But Newton, out of nowhere, says, "Oh yeah, I've done the math. Planets move in ellipses because of an inverse square law of gravity." Halley's jaw must have hit the floor. But Newton, he can't find the calculations. Here's where the magic of collaboration kicks in. Instead of shrugging and leaving, Halley urges Newton to dig up those results and write them down. He's not just curious, he realizes the entire scientific community needs to see this. Newton gets to work, fueled by Halley's encouragement, but it's not just moral support. Halley steps up in a huge way. At the time, the Royal Society, the go-to place for science, was flat broke. They literally couldn't afford to publish anything. So Halley says, "Don't worry, I'll pay for it myself." That's dedication. Of course, every good story has some drama. Robert Hooke, who'd been part of those early debates, claims some of the credit. Tensions rise, but Halley, ever the diplomat, keeps everyone focused on the big picture, getting Newton's work out to the world. Finally, in 1687, thanks to Halley's persistence and Newton's genius, the Principia is published. Inside are Newton's laws of motion and universal gravitation, the foundation of classical mechanics. Suddenly, scientists have a single framework to explain why apples fall and why planets orbit the sun. Think about it, this wasn't just the achievement of one solitary genius, it was a partnership. Newton's brilliance, powered by Halley's encouragement, funding, and problem-solving. Without Halley, the Principia might never have seen the light of day. So next time you think of great scientific breakthroughs, remember, collaboration isn't just helpful, it's often essential. The biggest leaps in science don't happen in isolation. Sometimes, all it takes is one person believing in another to change the course of history. Thanks for watching, and keep questioning the universe.